or not to come out? This question was stuck in my head far too long. Luckily for myself, I've decided to leave this suffocating closet. I was 28, and only then did I realize that my decision had literally cost me the best years of my life. Gosh, how I wish I would have done that earlier. I felt so good, as if I had gotten rid of a disease that was slowly killing me. Yes, this is exactly how it felt. A cancer. Cancer of my soul, cancer of my personality, fucking cancer that was gradually spreading into all parts of my life. Relationships with friends, relatives, communities, until it lastly attacked the most important thing, relationship with myself. So here it goes, the story of my cancer. First, family and school. Supposedly the most important and kind things in our lives. How few people know how hostile the warmth of these two things can be. You would be greeted with yet another, "Hi, how are you, bloody faggot?" Or being given a warm advice like, "Yeah, you need to fight back. Until you realize they will beat shit out of you, so fight." And when you have to think about having to get up every morning and go into school, this feels nothing like warm to you. You walk to school very carefully in order not to bump into those who bullied you in front of everyone last time. Your day at school is divided into small periods of pathetic happiness when you do not have to think about how to escape the school without running into bullies somewhere in the corridor in the street again. But sooner or later they'd get you and leave you with a cracked skull lying on the street. Well, things could have been worse, you'd think. But these are not your words. This is the first time your disease speaks to you. Home is no shelter either. You have to come up with yet another explanation for the bloodshed at school, so you start saying something about accidentally having fallen off or being knocked over by the crowd. And this is the second symptom. Lying. Soul cancer conquers your mouth and offers its communication service to you, and you accept the offer and you lie. Are you a faggot? Of course not. Are you nuts? I hate faggots. And then you start drinking like you're not a faggot, beaten like you're not a faggot, pretending to be chasing after girls like you have never fantasized about your male neighbor or have never been in love with your male classmate. I got used to that very quickly, and soon disguising my sexuality became habit, a profession. I have become a professional in maintaining my heterosexual facade through lying. My lies were getting more and more sophisticated, stories unfolded, and soon I could carry out my heterosexual rituals without even thinking. Picking up another girl, or at least boasting about how I did, engaging in those topics with the guys. This was the time when the disease was taking a hold of my mind and I was weaning it, occupying it and slowly turning into its headquarters. Only sometimes my friends would make those jokes saying there was something weird with my obsession with hair, clothes, certain music or films. "Oh, you're so sensitive. Are you sure you're not dreaming about someone's dick at night?" The idea of coming out would have never even occurred to me back then. I'd rather die than leave my warm closet. But dying wasn't an option either. You know why? Soul cancer is a very intelligent substance. It develops immunity against suicidal acts. Otherwise, what would it feed on? Step by step, the disease was taking control of my life. Lying about sexuality was already easy, so why not lie about other things, like friends? Why do you even need them? What if sooner or later they would ask you about who you really are? Gosh, I wish I would have told them why I was drifting away from them back then. Some of them have never talked to me again. Cancer kept effectively controlling all other parts of my life. Places to go, things to say, principles to defend, things to believe. And with time it got really aggressive and moved to a different level when you just wait for the inevitable happens, the mortality. Soul cancer has driven me out of my social circles. Later, it even managed to drive me out of my country. And there I am, in a completely new place. Me and my story. I've got this super hot girlfriend. Yeah, but she lives in a different country. No, she can't visit. Fortunately, no. No, she's not on Facebook. She hates it. Pictures. Yeah, of course I've got pictures somewhere on my computer. I can send them on to you if you want. Sorry, mate. I couldn't send them yesterday. Too much to do and blah blah blah. But something in me, apparently not affected by the disease, kept telling this was the worst storyline ever. I could not let this happen again. I was already tired of this fucking cancer. And so, I came out. I came out to all my new friends, one by one. First, with my eyes closed tight, as if I was expecting a blow on my head. Later, I even dared to watch their reactions. And you know what? There was nothing better back then than coming out to people and seeing their support. Sometimes, when I prepare my old friends for a chat and I say there's something really serious I've got to tell them about me, they get frightened and even say afterwards, God, is that all you wanted to tell me? Fuck, I thought you'd say you've got a serious disease and you were going to die. Well, I did, didn't I? Not anymore.